Hey, it's Clay Trader, and this will be a video chart on ticker symbol ARLZ. We will take a look at the 30-minute time frame. Real quick, what do I mean by 30-minute in case maybe you're new to charts? Instead of each one of these candlesticks here representing 1 day's worth of price action, which is what you would normally see, each one represents 30 minutes. So while this here may look like several days worth of time, it's actually just today's price action broken down into 30-minute time slices. I like to do this time frame. I think that's a good job of telling the quote-unquote story of the price and makes mapping out levels of support and resistance a bit easier to see. And in this situation, kind of makes mapping out an interesting setup pretty straightforward. And the setup revolves around the fact that, I don't mean to state the obvious, but the bears were just totally pummeling this thing, just beating it up. And then finally the bull stepped in. And what makes me say the bull stepped in? Well, the price just finally started to go sideways. And it went sideways the remainder of the day. And that gives us the key level of support here going into tomorrow. And that is right here, give or take around the $2.40 mark. So clearly people were willing to finally start to buy and buy with enough authority where the price leveled out and started to go sideways. Now, don't get me wrong, just because the price is starting to go sideways here, I'm not saying that this is 100% guaranteed the bottom and that tomorrow this thing's going to be up at $4, so go grab your kids' college tuition fund and put in there. I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying, though, is from the quote-unquote storybook perspective, it's very clear the bulls finally stepped in and picked up enough strength to at least level out the price. So is this indeed some sort of bottom? Would it be shocking to see the price bounce? It would not be shocking, but that also means that it's not guaranteed either. So in other words, if you're not able to honor a stop loss, or if you're not good at putting together, trade plans based around risk analysis, then these are definitely not, chart setups that you should be playing. But from a risk versus reward perspective, interesting setup. So we'll see if this can get any sort of bounce or not. So $2.40 key level of support. If the price is going to start to bounce, let's talk about a couple levels of resistance. And as it stands right now, $2.40 was definitely a strong area of support. But on the flip side, $2.57 was definitely a strong area of resistance. Knocked down the price a couple of times there and knocked it down the final 30 minutes. So if there's going to be any sort of bounce at all that gets started, the first hurdle that definitely is going to need to be cleared is that $2.50 mark. If the price can break above there, then the next level to keep an eye on from a resistance standpoint is that purple line, which is the 50-period simple moving average. I realize that line's way up there, but keyword there being moving average. So that line will continue to move downwards. And if there's any sort of bounce that gets underway, it'll be interesting to see how the price reacts if it can get up around that area. So all in all, rough day, but from a trading setup perspective, potential bottom here, maybe get some sort of bounce. So we'll see what happens with it. One of the most popular questions I get is, hey, Clay, how do you find the stocks that you trade? So what I've done is put together this free resource guide where I talk about the tools that I use to locate stocks that I find interesting and think may have potential. So if that sounds like something that could add value to you as a trader, then by all means, click right there to get access to the guide. The guide itself is very short and to the point. And like I say, it is free. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.